Is Thanksgiving worth celebrating in the year 2020, especially today? Let's discuss. Welcome to In the Pursuit. I am David Pearson. Let's get started. Welcome back to In the Pursuit. Today is Thanksgiving holiday in the year 2020. And this year is definitely an incredible year. I was just upstairs having dinner with my family, and I had to step away for a little bit to come to you to record this special podcast. And the reason being is that I grabbed my wife earlier today to do a Facebook live stream on our personal profile page. And I did it because I wanted to give my thanks to all my friends and family, let them know that I am grateful for this year, the things I'm grateful for, and also I wanted them to hear from my wife and not just me. It was an opportunity to reach out to people in social media in a new way. Well, not really a new way, because I'm coming to you guys by live video stream on YouTube and Facebook, but on our personal portfolio pages. And usually whenever I come and do these recordings, I don't have my wife involved. It's usually just me just sitting there. But when I was reading off the things, it got me thinking, and I told myself, like, you know what? I should do a podcast today. And not a long one, but a short one. The thing that I was thinking about is a question that came to my mind. Is Thanksgiving worth celebrating this year? I mean, you could look at the mass hysteria. No, hysteria is not the right word. You could look at the massive events that happened this year, and the events is just happening one right after the other. And then every time a new event came on up, you forgot about the last one because everything's just so intense. First, Australia was on fire. Then the United States was on fire. And we had this virus from China that came on out. These are not all in chronological order per se. But we do have these things that are going on, especially with literal plagues of locusts happening, I believe, out in Africa, or that has happened this year. Earthquakes has happened in the central part of this country, volcano eruptions, and just massive undertakings. I understand that some families are dealing with some losses, either due to the virus or other health complications due to car accidents. Due to job loss because the economy came down for a massive crash and there's a lot of struggle. And so really, why would you need to celebrate Thanksgiving this year with all the bad that has gone on in the world? Why? I've jotted some notes down, and I would like to read them to you. Going off point by point as to what 2020 was for me and why I am grateful. I am grateful for an improved health. I have never really committed myself to a diet. I've tried Mediterranean diets. I've tried various of other diets, or even just experimenting. Not really. I would do a little bit of reading on the diet, but I would not really know how to tackle it. I have been struggling with a lot of brain fog. I've been struggling with a lot of forgetfulness. I've been struggling with a lot of anger issues. Last year, I have gone through some of the deepest depression that I'd ever been through before. But in comparison to this year, I kicked it off differently. And it all started off with trying keto out around Christmas time last year. And when I tried the keto diet, I noticed something different. I was physically becoming happier. My mental focus was stronger. The neurons in my head just seemed like they were just on fire, and I could think clearly. And I felt normal for the first time in a couple of years. And that was at Christmas 2019. Though I was not really well educated in the keto diet, it was part of a challenge in my CrossFit group. I took it on, and I reached out to my health and wellness coach at my CrossFit gym, and I told her the effects I felt of going on a keto diet, but I'm running out of ideas as to what kind of food I can eat and make, and I flat out told her I sucked at it. She guided me through, helped me get the right vitamins and the right nutrition, and then from there, things just became miraculous. More clarity in my head, more sound understanding. I'm off my blood pressure medication now. My doctor officially took me off, and when he took me off, my attitude completely did a 180 because those blood meds was actually having an effect on me emotionally. My anger, my temperament was actually a little bit higher. It wasn't just caused by my head injury alone. So physically happier. But also this year, I had gained some business and I've lost some business as a small business owner. That happens. I understand it happens. It has brought both financial stability and then at the same time financial struggles. It happens. It's all part of business. It's all part of life. I understand that. This year, my wife and I was expecting our 4th child. And it was the first time that we have ever experienced a miscarriage. We were looking forward to this child. There was a lot of fears and uncertainty with us, but we were looking forward to this child. And I was emotional about it. My wife turned to be emotional distraught, but because of the steps I've taken with my health and my diet, I had more gratitude than I did being angry about it, especially with the lockdowns and not being able to leave the house. And I admire my wife for her tenacity that she has exhibited, especially when she was emotionally distraught. She has worked hard and she is still trying to overcome her emotions on this. She had turned to blaming herself, and then she suddenly stopped blaming herself after counseling with her mother and her sister, who has also lost children, saying it is not your fault, and she's been blaming her the whole time. She's been blaming herself the whole time about the loss of the child, and I knew it wasn't her fault. It hurts thinking about my 4th child. I would have enjoyed welcoming that child into this world and to take on the 4th kid. I never know how to take care of my children. I always think through that whenever we get another child. But I knew that we would be able to take care of them. If you are seeing me express myself with joy, with gratitude, with happiness, with everything that I just explained to you, you know that I don't do this out of ignorance of what is happening in the world, out of what is happening within my own family, out of what is happening within my own community and within our own country. I'm not ignorant of these things, but I have learned to find joy in a whole new meaning, in a whole new light that I've never been able to before. I can't help it but be grateful. And so if you are having a difficult time, what are you doing to take steps to help improve your own happiness, to help you be grateful for what you have, for where you are presently living now? I am changing a lot of the things as to what I'm doing with Facebook. I am pulling myself away from there more and more often on my personal profile. And I'm doing that because there is new options coming about. It's just like investing. You don't want to throw all your money into one pot. You want to be able to spread it you want to spread it all over there and see where money is growing and where money is shrinking. But if you throw everything in one pot, you could win, or you could actually have a good chance on losing it. Same thing with social media. I think we all got too attached with the big major medias, and now that other options are making themselves available, I'm making myself and my programming available to them too. And because I got a good message to share. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you find gratitude this year with this Thanksgiving holiday. And I give thanks to God for all that I have, for all that I have learned, for all that I am discovering and still learning. We're all in this together. We are here for the good fight. Turn to our Lord for help, and then believe in yourself that you can be happy, that you can live a good and fulfilled life. If you'd like to support this channel, you can visit my website at inthepursuit.com. There you can see my postings both on YouTube and also from anchor.fm, where I do post the podcast. For now, it may change up later on. And I'd like to thank Spotify for making anchor.fm available so I could post my podcast. You can listen to my podcast anywhere on any podcast platforms, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, and just any other podcast sources that you can find. If you feel like supporting me in any other way, you can support me over at anchor.fm. We will be having other options here pretty soon posted on the website, so please look at inthepursuit.com for the website. And also, most important out of all, please like this video, share it, subscribe to my page, and hit that notification bell. Thank you very much. Have a happy Thanksgiving and a wonderful holiday.